And we should be good in a hot second.
Make it hot to trot.
I think we're good.
All right. 1 second. Sorry, dudes. 1 second.
Dude, 2 worlds, 3?
What? Welcome to the news. Not yet. All right, you guys all set?
Yeah, I think we can do this.
Yeah, totally can. I think we've done it before. I'm not sure. I feel pretty confident.
We can wait a second and listen to the audio on the YouTube and then be like, yeah, that sounds good, and then go from that.
Yeah,
it only takes like, what, 15 seconds?
Yeah, pretty confident.
We can wait a second.
You're going to boot it up? You want me to boot it up too?
On the YouTube and then be like, yeah, that sounds good, and then go from that.
This might be a... Yeah, this might be a 15-minute podcast, dude. I'm feeling the scoots.
We can wait a second.
You're going to boot it up? You want me to boot it up too?
The chickens are calling for you,
Oh
Chad.
my god, the audio is like, there's like no audio on the podcast.
Yeah, this might be a 15-minute podcast, dude. I'm feeling the scoots. You're gonna boot it up? You want me to boot it up too?
It's like unbelievably low. It's crazy. I don't know if there's something changed in Skype, maybe? It's like unbelievably low. It's crazy. But you can't hear that audio at all on my end. Changed in...
There were some mine. I can hear it.
Is it
the YouTube channel.
really quiet or really loud? You can't hear that audio at all.
I can hear you like normal.
Hold on.
Just how you're talking now.
Yeah, you guys check it out. Maybe it's just on my end.
Dude. Tristan's playing games.
Because it's like
Games?
basically muted on my end.
I'll take a look, dude. Once my internet decides to load.
Mine was really loud. Holy cow. My audio compared to everyone else was really loud for some reason in the YouTube.
That's awesome.
Is it live on YouTube?
It should be on YouTube Live,
Does it?
AllertonAve Live.
Live.
Is it live on YouTube?
It should be
It
on
doesn't
YouTube
have the live button anymore.
AllertonAve Live.
Oh, there it goes. Never mind.
Yeah, it's really quiet. And that's...
Is it live on YouTube?
My mic's coming in
It
now.
should be
It
on
doesn't
YouTube.
have the live
Dude.
button anymore. Oh, there it goes. Never mind.
Is it not quiet for you? Yeah, it's really quiet. And that's...
I feel like I'm going insane, dude. I'm on...
YouTube.com/AllertonAveLive/live. Oh, there it goes. Never mind.
Is it not quiet for you?
YouTube.com/AllertonAve. I feel like I'm
Live.
going insane.
AllertonAve
AllertonAve
Live.
Live.
YouTube/live/AllertonAveLive/live.
Live. Is it not quiet
Live.
for you?
YouTube.com. Yeah, but it should be showing on our page as we have a live stream.
Live. Oh, I don't know about all that.
Maybe that takes a little bit to kick in or something. Live.
YouTube.com. Yeah, but it should be showing on our page as we have a live stream.
It says it's live now
I don't know
on our page. Maybe that takes a little bit to kick in or something. It's got an old image of something else,
Yeah,
but
but it should be showing on our page as we have a live stream.
it says it's live now on our page. Maybe that takes a little bit to kick in or something. My audio is really loud with that image.
Oh yeah, now I got it. We have to switch it. There has to be like a little switch that you have to hit.
It says it's live now on our page. Maybe that takes a
Never
You
knew
might
that.
want to turn me down a bit or
Oh yeah,
something.
now
Or should I turn myself down?
I can't. Yeah, like we have no way to like adjust any of the other audio. So usually we're all pretty equal.
Down. You might want to, because that sounds really high. Or should I turn myself down?
I can't. Yeah. What does it sound like on your end, Chad?
Dude, I need to boot it up on my phone because on my computer it sounds like a gigantic clusterfuck. Like it's like 1,000 times repeating everything.
Well, that's probably true if Tristan or somebody was listening to it with the mic, but I had my headphones on too, so no.
Yeah, so give me a second.
Yeah, it's so fucking strange.
I keep my headphones in.
Yeah,
I don't
so
have
give me
audio
a second.
speakers.
Yeah, you're fucking really loud.
So it's your friend's birthday. How do you find the perfect gift? Download the Amazon app and let it find you.
I keep my headphones in.
Yeah,
That was audio speakers.
Doesn't have
Yeah,
audio
you're fucking
speakers.
really
Yeah,
loud.
you're fucking really loud. it's your friend's birthday. So it's your friend's birthday. How do you find the perfect gift? Download the Amazon app and let it find you. I'm not one of those speakers. Oh, yeah, speakers. Yeah, you're fucking really wrong. It's your friend's birthday. So it's your friend's birthday. So it's your friend's birthday. How do you find the perfect gift? Download the Amazon app and let it find you. I'm not one of those speakers.
Yeah, did you guys hear that? It keeps repeating. And it's somehow picking up what's coming through Jason's headphones onto his computer.
Wait, what was that?
It keeps repeating. Oh, I was saying that it keeps repeating itself because it's somehow taking all the audio for some reason that comes through your headset and pushes it back out to YouTube.
Yeah. Wait, what was that? Why is it doing
I was
that?
saying that it keeps repeating itself because it's somehow taking all the audio for some reason that comes
that's
through
fucking
your
new.
headset. Have you closed out OBS yet and restarted it?
Why is it doing that? No.
I would probably try and give it a restart. Dude, I'm trying to think if that's ever happened to me.
Nope, that's fucking new.
I would. There, it was like
Got all
through the
jacked
headphone,
up.
out the speaker, through the headphone, confused it. The only thing I can think of.
It's entirely possible. It should be going up now.
Out the speaker, through the headphone, confused it.
Do I sound normal right now?
The only thing I can
as far
think
as
of.
my loudness
It's
level?
entirely possible.
Yeah, your loudness in my ears is
It should be
great.
going up now.
The headphone confused it.
Do I sound normal right now?
The only thing I can
as far
think
as
of.
my loudness
It's
level?
entirely possible.
Yeah, your loudness in my ears is great.
I think it's actually. I think it's fixed now for some reason. Like all the levels and everything seem right on YouTube.
Yeah, your loudness in my ears is great.
I think it's actually. I think it's fixed now for some reason. Like all the levels and everything seem right. It's still quiet, but it is what it is.
Through the headphone, confused it. The only thing I can think of.
Unique New York.
Unique New York.
Alright, let me know when you're all set.
Okay, you should be good to go.
Cool. And welcome everybody live to AllertonAve.com for the block party. We're live every week on YouTube, AllertonAve live. I'm joined this week by Jason, Amy, and Tristan. How you guys all doing today?
Good.
Good.
Good, dude. Good to have you. Jason's giggling and excited. The typical
Oh,
Jason.
you gotta call me out for giggling, dude, right off the gate.
If you can't force a full laugh, it's a giggle. We all know
Yeah. Giggle.
That's like you just assume it's like a little chubby kid that giggles, right? No normal person giggles.
Well, you're a fan of the Ewoks, so maybe it's a little bit of inspiration from Ewok or Ewoks.
Yeah, I guess it is a little bit.
That's kind of
Sorry, everybody, to start things off with a giggle.
No, dude, everyone.
It's a
That's
great way to
I'll
start.
give you a belly laugh later. If something comes up and it's really funny, then I'll nail it. Yes, like I'll get my Santa on. Is it? No, that's
Like
not.
Santa.
That's a creepy laugh. More of a.
That's the laugh you hear before you get pulled into the side of a van.
Like someone just pulls up, laughs like that, and another guy snatches you, huh?
Yanks you in, dude.
All right, fair enough.
So,
On that
beyond the
note,
giggling, let's get into some video games here. Amy, I know you picked up something new this weekend. Let's
I
talk about.
don't know about that.
I do. I was actually witness to it.
what'd you pick up?
I picked up Salt and Sanctuary, or as I like to call it, Salt and Sand, because that's Chad bleeding into me, and he always names things weirdly. So it's Salt and Sand from now on. If I say Salt and Sand, I mean Salt and Sanctuary, but it just comes out Salt and Sand. Or Souls. I've been calling it Souls.
Did I did write it in there as salt and sand,
I know.
just for you.
Yeah.
But no, what do you think? What are your initial thoughts on this game? We had talked about it a week ago about it being new release,
Couple weeks. Ago.
and Dark Souls style, dude. So yeah, let us throw it at us, Amy.
Yeah, you're like, oh, it's a new release and it's Dark Souls.
Oh, dude, it's a lead-in.
Just
Well,
let
because
you know.
later.
you hadn't played it, right, Chad? You and I talked about getting it,
Yeah.
and then that, I was just like, I'm not gonna play this game. Why am I even talking about this?
Yeah.
Again, I think it was the game I was most hyped for when I did these new games. I was like, this is my most excited game of the week, and then I just was like,
Yeah, no, it's really fun. It's essentially like a Dark Souls game, and they're not shying away from that. They know it's a Dark Souls game, without actually being Dark Souls. It has some really cool elements to it, like each sanctuary or bonfire if you will, in this game. You can lay down like statues and stuff, which will help give you better defense increases. But then also that defense increase boost comes with a character, or I should say the character comes with that boost, and you can then, let's say that's the blacksmith, you can upgrade your weapons and stuff, but then you can lay down a travel guide, which lets you teleport between sanctuary to sanctuary, and he also like gives you better like item drops or something like that. So like that aspect's totally different and unique than Dark Souls, and I really like that aspect.
You can only put 4 of them per sanctuary.
Yeah, but there's like 7 or 8 different choices that you can choose, like from the different statues. Like 7 or 8 different statues that you can choose. And like depending on like, oh, this is an area that's farther on in the game that's really hard for me, so I'm gonna put down like high item drop and attack increase. But then also, too, you have to be cognizant of, well, I play this one guy who does work orders. He does nothing for me. Like, I can't buy shit from him because I don't have, so you have to kind of, like, be a little tactful, I guess, later on. It's really fun. The bosses are totally random sometimes. Like, you're just running around and all of a sudden you're like, oh, my God, it's a boss. Sort of like almost exactly like the Dark Souls.
It was funny, too, because she would be running around and she's like, oh, my God, it's a boss and he's killing me. And then I'm like, dude, didn't you know it was a boss coming? She's like, no, I was just exploring. I couldn't tell. Like, you just have no idea.
That's crazy. That's kind of what I got from the trailers, right? It looks just like, and then this giant boss shows up and just fucks somebody up or something.
We found one way, yeah.
Yeah, we learned now, so if you guys, like, want, like, a spoiler, it's not really a spoiler at all, but, like, if you want to know when a boss is coming, before the boss battles, there's, like, a candelabra or whatever, with, like, all these candles on it, and, like, the flames will be lit for the difficulty level, so if it's going to be, like, a harder boss, there'll be, like, 7 or 8 candles lit.
Whoa, that is a good point for difficulty level. So I was thinking, I think when I originally told you, like, or like pointed it out, like, hey, that looks like it's like signifying the enemy and like the strength of it. That's why when you fought that other boss, it dropped down to like 2 candles because you were so much more powerful.
Yep.
I thought like as the further you got in the game, the more of those would fill up. I didn't realize, but if I look at it the way that you're saying it, like the difficulty. So if you're like level 20 and it's level 1 boss, he's gonna be 1 candle. But if it's a level 20 boss and you're like level 2. It's going to be all candles. Whoa.
Yeah, and I think that's why I'm currently stuck at this, like, dragon on top of the castle, and he's, like, 4 candles for me, and all the other ones I've beat were, like, 2 and 3 candles, and it's just... It's annoying.
The game is super cool. We tried to boot it into 2 players late last night, I think around 10 o'clock, and I was like, hey, maybe I can help you, and I booted a character in, and it's, like, starts as level 1, so she's, like, level 35. And I'm level 1, and I get up there and try and like even distract the dude, and he just torches me in like a second. So, but you can play that whole game apparently, 2 players co-op. But
yeah, that's what I thought. That was like a really like a cool thing to me. So, tell me about like the map. Is it like Metroid style, like kind of go where you want to go and just do what you want to do? Okay, that's pretty cool.
Oh, and what else is really cool about this, which is an addition that the Souls games like don't have, is there's these brands that you get, and you like activate the brands at these obelisks. So like one of the brands, like you flip upside down and your character like runs on the ceiling. And like they have stopper points, so you can't do it like throughout the whole game. Like they have a different like, if you run past this spot, it'll drop you back down to normal. And Chad got one that I don't have yet, where like you can like go up on the wall, like you like wall grab like a ninja, like Strider or like the Ninja Gaiden or whatever, and then you do a double jump like off the wall. So that's kind of cool, which I don't have that one unlocked. But like there's I guess like 8, I think, brands in total.
Whoa.
I thought that's what I saw on the trophy list, like collect all 8 brands or something, but I don't know for sure. So like that's
Pepsi on you, Dr. Pepper.
So I thought that was cool.
That's a giggle.
That's like, so that, and then adding like the your own buffs to the sanctuary are pretty sweet. So those 2 different like the brands and that are like but I mean it's a really cool game. I like it a lot. It's filling the gap until Dark Souls 3 comes out, so I'm kind of excited about it.
2 weeks from now, man, and stuff is leaking all over the internet. People are like using PlayStation Network, turning their PlayStation into a Japanese PlayStation.
I thought you were going to do this.
I was
really surprised that you didn't do it.
I want to wait for the old natural, you know, the American. I don't want to be a cheat like that, dude. But I had really thought about it. I was like, fuck, dude, I might switch my PlayStation to Japanese tonight and download it. But I didn't do it. There's item duplication glitches. People already taking bosses down with fists, dude. The chaos ensues. And I was gonna kind of talk about it a little bit later on. But dude, let me get this off my chest, man.
Here
We were talking about Dark Souls because Amy picked up Salt and Sanctuary. And dude, we talk about it a lot on Block Party, is games that kind of look similar, and we're like, dude, when are they going to change? Like Assassin's Creed, we talk about it all the time, how it doesn't change. Dude, Dark Souls is like the fucking coup de grace of not changing at all. Like that game, I finally started watching some of it. Dude goes into the menu system, literally. You can go back 3 Demon Souls, Dark Souls games, and it's exactly the same menu screen. Yeah, do they need to change it? No. But aesthetically, I mean, I feel like I'm buying a new game. Like, give me just, like, something a little different. The dude rolls the same, walks the same. It's like they took Dark Souls and just made an expansion pack for it instead of, like, a sequel where...
Really?
Things... I'm excited for it. I'm super excited, but it is literally...
Does it look... Oh, I'm sorry.
I was gonna say, I think the graphics are a little bit better. Like,
they get a little better.
And the created character, what I've seen leaked, the created character is a little bit more in depth. I mean, sure, the character still looks like crap, but it doesn't really matter because it's all about the cool gear that you get and like what the gear stats are. But it seemed like they tried a little bit more with that. Graphically, it looks the same. Well, a little bit better, not the same. Sorry, but like the same. But then it's just they improved the graphics, but it's still like as you were saying, it's like. Dark Souls 1 and 2 and 3 are all the same game. It's just... I think there's enough content, though, that it's not just an expansion. Like...
No, but I mean, visually, you don't feel like you've entered a new world.
Does it...
But it's probably not. It's just like another sequel.
I'm just going to go like this. Does... What?
Jason, you got a problem with your mic over there?
That's just going to be me the whole time.
No, jump in, dude.
What's up?
No, I was just curious, like, Bloodborne looked much better than... Dark Souls 2, right? Like visually, that was like a really good looking game,
and it even had like new stuff to it, like their gun like attachment, like that you could get as like your little sidearm and stuff.
And the weapons that were 2 weapons in one.
2 in
so
one.
This doesn't.
It's not adopting any of that.
Oh, that's really strange. Why, I wonder?
Because it's not Bloodborne; it's Dark Souls.
Yeah, so it's
but it's using the same engine, no?
It is, but it's like, you know, it's kind of trying to stay true to that world, which is another thing. Is like they didn't, dude. People are already talking about like how you can get. I saw another. I didn't read it too much, but people are name dropping items and weapons that you've gotten in other previous Dark Soul games that you can get early on. It's just like kind of like a little bit of a bummer. Like I don't want to keep seeing these names of items that I've seen for the last 2. It's a katana. I forget the name, but it's like from Dark Souls 1.
Is it like the Kurosama one or whatever?
Yes, thank you. Yeah, you got it.
I didn't even read that anywhere. I just figured when you said the katana, I was like, that's the one that everybody fucking wants.
And it's not a special one either. It's just...
You know what they should do is reintegrate Demon Souls, because Demon Souls and Dark Souls are like the same.
Idea.
They should do the light and the dark world, and like how if you die, like it goes to the dark world, and all the items that you drop are different, and the bosses that you can fight can be different. Like that would be so cool if they like reintegrated that back into the series. I feel like it would like revamp it. It's still fresh to everyone who hasn't played the Demon Souls, but it's like a new cool thing that's like way aggravating and way hard to figure out, and it involves a lot more user like input and stuff on these forums and these like wiki pages and stuff. So that could be a thing. Hey, if anybody's listening, so maybe make it more like Demon Souls.
What's different about this then? Like, what is gonna like drive someone to get to this? Because I remember like when Dark Souls 2, what came out first? Was it Demon Souls and then Dark Souls 2, or Dark Souls 2 and then Demon Souls?
No, Demon Souls is the very first one. That one's like old school.
Oh, and then Dark Souls 2.
And then Dark Souls.
And then Dark
That
Souls
was the
2.
sequel.
So
and
I
then
felt
Dark
like,
Souls 2.
And then Bloodborne.
And I felt like when Dark Souls 2 came out that everyone was saying this was going to be like this big pop culture crossover, and it was like this huge, it was the big one, right? It was going to be the big one, and then, no, it's going to be Bloodborne. Bloodborne's going to be the one that gets all the casual people in to play it. But I don't feel like this game's getting as much buzz as either of those games. It's really weird to me.
It's not really a game for casual players, though. It's fucking frustrating and tough, and it makes you angry. And, like, it's not a standard video game, so I don't know why they want to make... I mean, I guess for money, obviously, they want to make it, like, more accessible. But in doing so, they'll lose the appeal of the games, I feel. Mm-hmm. Like, if they try to make it more accessible, they're not going to have as big a cult following, which isn't going to have as many recommendations to go buy it. I mean, I don't know. Like, they can't make it more accessible because it's supposed to be obnoxious and, like, you're not supposed to know what's going on. It's supposed to be creepy and weird and, like, I don't know.
So what's bringing back the Dark Souls 2 people to Dark Souls 3?
Just the fact that it's a Dark Souls
that it's a
game.
Dark Souls game and there's new
and that's,
bosses.
Like, yeah, and that's coming from 2 fans because, like...
Oh, yeah, you guys are crazy fans.
If it didn't have, like, you know... If it wasn't a franchise that I kind of, like, that I totally enjoy, there's nothing new that would say, hey, dude, let's come back and check it out. Like, if I wasn't satisfied with Dark Souls 2 and I was like, this game pissed me off, there's no reason I'd want to even give this a shot because it doesn't change anything. It's not changing the game. It had 2 new classes. I think the Assassin and the Herald are added. So, like, one's a healer type, and then one's, like, got a sorcery and, like, daggers and stuff.
But that was what I played as anyways, because I was a thief, and then I just learned pyromancy.
The thief is still in there, too, yeah. It's,
like,
I mean... So, nothing too, like, game-breaking. This is the final one in this Souls series, though. So, maybe they had this planned out and then didn't want to change too much. Miyazaki, I forget his first name, but... He's the one that's been, like, kind of the creator of the Dark Souls, and this is, like, the last one. So I'm assuming Bloodborne 2 is next.
Or maybe Demon Souls 2?
Oh, or maybe...
See, like you were talking about, dude, we could go down that road. I would like it.
It's weird, because when Bloodborne was coming out, I and Tristan, both of us, were, like, hyped to play the shit out of that game.
That was more mainstream since I was actually interested.
And I wanted it like this, but I just haven't seen anything entirely positive about it. It's sort of a bummer, because I kind of want to try another one, but then I know I won't dig it.
Salt and Sanctuary has got me super excited.
Yeah.
But, like, I think I'm just really... I just wanted to vent about that, like, how it looks so much the same, and I'm kind of disappointed, but I'm still going to fucking play
the boss battles in Dark Souls are generally, like, kind of like Mega Man style, right? They're pattern-based?
Yeah.
Is it like that in Salt and Sanctuary, too? Or is it much more simplified?
Fuck no, dude. Those bosses are assholes.
Yeah, I mean, it sort of is. Like, there's certain things that you just, like, know what's coming, but then... Like, this move on a boss might mean he's going to breathe fire at you, or it might mean he's going to back up and spin his tail. So it's really hard, like, they're assholes. Asshole bosses is what they are.
And, like, in the 3D world, you have a lot more, like, movement and control. And in the 2D realm, you just have roll forward, roll back, or block. So it's like, if you're fighting a creature that takes up half the screen, it's kind of hard to tell his hitbox. I'm sure there's dudes out there that are rolling, like, no-hitters, but... Not from what I've seen, dude. That dragon messed my level 1 dude up.
What else is really hard with the side-scrolling is that you're not really sure where the arena is because some of it, you think you're rolling or you're not sure you're at the edge of the arena because the background pattern, at least in the couple bosses I've been at, like, they're the same. So you're like, wait, I'm at the edge of the arena. Oh, I'm blocked. I'm locked in now. And you're like, well, I just killed myself because I can't roll away anymore. Great. So that's another frustration with that. But I'm just learning to deal with it. It's just part of the game.
So that's your Dark Souls and Salt and Sanctuary update.
Yeah, sorry. Gotta
Tristan,
take that over, guys.
I saw that you booted up Michonne Episode 2, or are you just lying to me?
No, I played through a little bit of it. It was more, and this episode kind of kicks off like you're more on the run. You're running away from your captors from the first episode. There's a really odd scene, though. As you get to land and you're running away from these people, Michonne does her, like, 2 walkers on a leash in front of her to guide through the walkers that are all around her. Like her classic
Did
move.
she have those in the first episode or no?
No.
Oh,
I mean, it was referenced because that's, like, Michonne backstory. That's one of the guys from the very beginning, like, was, like, her ex, one of the friends of her boyfriend or husband or whatever. But, she did it again for this, which is a nice little throwback. But as you're going through this, there's people shooting from boats in the water, and they're only nailing all the walkers around you for some reason. They're trying to shoot you, but they only get headshot. They're getting headshots of the walkers around you.
Wait,
like,
so they have precise enough aim to get headshots of walkers, but they can't hit you?
Yeah, exactly.
That's like a lucky shot, dude. You know, you're just like fucking spraying.
Yeah, close your eyes and shoot. Maybe it's a twist. Maybe they're meant to shoot the walkers.
It was really odd because, like, bullets are flying right past them as they're just, like, casually strolling through, so they don't get noticed by the swarm of walkers right there. But yeah, I haven't gotten too far. I got to a new location, so I'm curious to see how that's gonna play out. But I mean, so far it's
is the gameplay any better?
I mean, it's slightly. I feel like it's a slight improvement from the first time because before you could just hit a button and you always like do whatever you're supposed to do, whether it's like dodge left or right or whatever.
It's kind of sounding like this one's like a waste of time, almost. Investment, dude.
For the hardcore Walking Dead comic book fans,
like if you got a Michonne cutout in the back of your in your bathroom or in your living room,
or a tattoo or something, right? Like, you gotta be all in.
The hardcore guys, yeah, definitely. They do have a really great opening for this. Every episode, the like opening credits or whatever, the opening is really cool how they do it. I'm sure you can find it on YouTube or something.
People die.
But the real excitement I had this week was MLB The Show 16.
Oh, you care about that, dude?
I care about it again.
Because last year you burnt out on it. It felt like
I kind of took the year off last year because I played so much of 14.
You're like Ubisoft.
I played a few games of 15 last year, and like I just couldn't get into it. Like the pitching there's something weird about the pitching that just didn't feel right to me compared to last year's. And now this year I played a few games, and everything feels so smooth. It's like a perfect baseball simulation for what I want to play like. And there's just like minor things that you notice, like if there's a pop fly behind the home plate and the catcher throws his mask off to catch it, like you see his mask on the ground, you see him throw his mask off. That's kind of cool. Foul balls, you see bat boys get the balls and everything.
So
ball boys, I should say.
They went in on this. So we do new games this week every week, and I was getting the video ready for MLB The Show on there. And I came across a bunch of developer diary videos, like where they were kind of like showcasing off some of like the developmental
they do that every week.
Things that they've done for this. And the one I caught was the visuals. Like, and he had it split cam, and he's going in there, and I'm looking at the stadium. I'm like, it just looks whatever. But like, they need to show. They want to show off. Like they were showing off like bumps on the walls
and stuff,
statues and like all sorts of like, because they're at that point where it's just like, well, what else do we improve on?
Yeah, so, I got a video going now on the YouTube, and it's showing the wire, like, in the dugout, there's, like, wires holding microphones and shit against the wall. Things you'll never, ever see. Like, they've hit the point where they have to, like, do these... They're showing, like, electrical boxes.
Yeah,
like,
yeah. I was just like, guys, like, look at this. We got bump mapping on the electrical boxes.
So, one thing I've been asking for years that they finally delivered this year was having the option to open a roof if you're playing in a domed or retractable roof stadium. They finally have it this year, which is amazing to me. It's not a huge deal for common people, but it's nice that I have the option to play in the
like you used to have that option in Ken Griffey Jr. Baseball.
Oh, I'm sure, yeah. And Madden used to have it way back when with Dallas Stadium, you can choose whether it's open or closed. Madden has that.
Does that have an effect on the game at all, or is it just
presentation-wise? It just is a different experience.
Like, is there rain delay in this? I always forget. There used to be, like in Frank Thomas baseball or something, like one of those old ones. The claim.
I'm not sure. I've been only playing. I played an exhibition game. The tutorial thing, which you play the first game, or it's actually a rematch of the World Series between the Royals and the Mets. And they just like teach you like what's new this year, and that will be the show, and blah blah blah, like different controls and stuff like that. And then I started a franchise. First, I wanted to see if my franchise carried over. It did from last year, which is a cool.
That's actually really really cool.
It's been carrying over since 14 when I first started playing MLB The Show. So that's a nice feature in sports games that not a lot of them have it. That you can continue your franchise if you played 20 years of franchise, you can keep it going in the next year's game with the improved features and whatnot.
That's a good hook.
Until your franchise owner passes away and dies, dude.
Which would be Tristan.
And speaking of franchise, they're going real deep of like what the owner thinks of you and whatnot. You have to be sure you're making the owner happy of the team. Player morale is a very huge thing. So
that was some of the stuff that was interesting to me, the player morale. Like if you move them around in the lineup, they get upset and sad, right?
Playing time, yeah, they get really mad and they'll ask for a trade or whatever the case may be if you send them down to the minors, which is a possibility. I'm eventually going to get into Road to the Show because I really like that back in MLB 14.
I always wanted to like that mode, and I couldn't because it would take an hour and a half to like play like 3 games, right? Because you would go in and you would load into the game, then you would hit, bat, and then you get like 1 at bat, and then you'd be done. And then you'd have to like wait a minute and a half. But from what I've read, they've completely overhauled it for this, and it goes.
Back in 14, you could select there's an option where you're only playing when your player is actually active. So if you're playing left field, you're only playing defense when the ball actually comes to you.
Oh yeah, no, that's what I'm saying. That would be like annoying. You go through like two minutes of loading. Well, I mean,
yeah, load times are still unbearable. Yes.
But now the new feature actually sounds kind of interesting, and it's you can do a whole series. You continue
playing the game.
You can do like 5 games in one. So that sounds like it's interesting.
That is a very cool feature.
But the rest of the game seems like a baseball game. Yeah, it seems like a good baseball game.
They've got other new features like that with the online franchise, drafting players, making your team from all kinds of stuff. They've got like a battle royale that you can play other teams online, and like the last team standing wins the big tournament. So fun little extra features that I've never gone into, but I'll test them out.
Can you import your legendary basketball player from the NBA series to play on your team? And then the also all-important question is, during the stretch, 7th inning stretch, is that what they call it?
Sure, yeah.
Can you participate in the sausage running minigame, and if your sausage wins, you get a bonus boost to your team?
No, I didn't see a sausage race, but when I was playing, I kept hitting X between things because it takes.
You're skipping sausage races,
Bump
dude.
Map
I may have
racing.
skipped sausage race, but I'm playing. I was in between a game before it came on, so I'm in the 5th inning right now. So I'll check it out if there's something.
Does Bernie slide down the slide?
Yes.
That's pretty cool. I can get behind that.
What are the other gimmicks? Like, I remember maybe it's from Ken Griffey. Like
the water
green
fountains
monster wall
in Kansas City, like shoot water up in the air.
Yep.
Yeah. Does that still happen?
Yeah.
Oh, all right.
What are some other ones? The Mets, the
Mets have the big apple that goes up. Marlins have that weird dolphin that rotates.
The Marlins is pretty cool, dude. It's like Kanye West built it or something, dude. It's just like this stupid fucking statue of like a dolphin with like sequins and spins.
Yeah, I mean, I've hit a few home runs already, and
Jason doesn't.
It's like a great experience.
Jason doesn't like the mistreating of dolphins.
Yeah, it's like respect them.
The Ace Ventura movie, Get Your Goat. You didn't like that poor dolphin in that film getting mistreated?
No, don't ever I'll go to SeaWorld though. Like I'm like against animal cruelty, obviously, but.
I bet you'll go to SeaWorld.
Don't you? I want to see them do like tricks. I'm okay with that.
Oh
and then they go
God.
back and get beaten if they don't.
Well,
yeah, I thought that place was closing down because like they're mistreating all the
everywhere.
whatever. Anyways,
yeah, it's pretty bad. It's pretty bad.
Let's go.
I've
Let's
never
get
gone.
fucking political.
That's nothing to do with politics.
Yeah,
That's
it's
animal
dolphins.
cruelty.
Yeah,
Trump
dolphins.
owns it.
No,
Duh.
Oh my God.
don't even talk about that.
So Tristan, people are wondering, can they follow you on your road to the show, dude? Is there any way to follow along and see what your record is, see what you're up to?
Yeah, once I get
some
that
streams.
going, I'll throw some streams on Twitch. People can follow along.
Once you get acclimated to it and you're doing it, so you don't embarrass yourself. We want the embarrassing stuff.
Another nice way of playing with this game is that the difficulty adjusts to your skill level. So it starts really low, and then if you're showing like, oh, I struck out 13 guys in my first game, my pitching difficulty is going to raise up a bit. And same with hitting.
That.
I kind of like
if
that.
if I want to destroy the computer, I want to destroy the computer.
You can turn it off. You can turn it off.
Yeah.
But it
In a sports
to your
game, they
skill
cheat
level.
enough. I don't need them like cheating even more, like openly.
UFC has that, where like if you're doing really good, the difficulty adjusts.
Does it really?
Yeah, I turned it
never
down
noticed
easy
that.
mode, dude. I was getting my ass kicked, so.
For real?
Oh, easy, Amy. Don't go smirking up there.
Oh,
In
easy
what? In the
mode.
career mode?
I did.
Oh, I'm such a big UFC
I
fan.
didn't-
I can't wait for
I
this
wish
to
I
go.
would've known
Easy
that.
mode.
I made a fucking guy who's a knockout artist, and then they like continuously put me on the ground, and then I spend 20 minutes like trying to get up, and it's just like they don't win anyways. Don't waste my time, dude. And I can tell when this fucking game cheats too. I had it on the hard
see,
difficulty.
I never felt like it was cheating.
Oh my god, dude.
Let's talk
Really?
about it, because I went through the career mode, right? Like that was the last piece of the puzzle I had to put together, and I didn't know about this difficulty selection thing. You know, the common feature in a video game. Didn't
Maybe
know it
you had
existed.
like 3-minute decisions every victory.
And I took a light heavyweight, made him like totally like went full stand up power, right? Like just blasting through bitches. Won the Ultimate Fighter, and then I was rated like 70. I kind of screwed up my ratings, but I have to say I like how they did the ratings. Like you just have to do the training once, and then you can simulate it and get the full effect. That's the best thing I've ever seen
brother.
in my life. Like I was like,
Fuck,
thank God
best
I don't
thing
have to do this. I can just fight. But then I didn't realize my punches weren't going up, and I wasted like a good 5 training sessions on it.
Yeah. Oh yeah, 3 fights, dude. Where it stopped at 70, and I was like,
I did it again, and I was like, well, maybe I maxed it, and if I do it, I thought maybe it was gonna push it high, like the limit would go up, but it didn't. So I was like, well, that's 3 times.
I slowly found out that once that bar is full, that's like.
Yeah, once I found that out, I was golden. The problem was I was rated like 75, and I was like 15th or 16th rating, and they put me up against Alexander Gustafsson, who was 100 and everything for some reason, which didn't make much sense. And obviously I was going to lose. I took him to the limit, though. I took him 3 rounds, but he won like 30-26. But
dude, my experience is a little different.
I never got this. The only time I felt like I had like a difficulty with like trouble with difficulties when I was fighting guys I shouldn't have been fighting. Like I'd fight Rumble Johnson, and he could one punch knockout me. Basically, he would hit me, and I'd go into KO state. So I just had to like gimmick him, dude. Like lay low, like hit him with like in the legs, and just like slowly
walk
chop
forward,
him down.
Then back and do the high kick.
I think I did a few high kicks, yeah. But the whole turning point of this entire game turned like 100% when I got the 9-5 upside elbow, which is the cheesiest.
The game changer.
Oh, dude, you get the 9-5 up elbow, it's game over, dude. Rumble would come at me, I'd wait, I'd move, he'd do a big hook, I'd come in and hit him with the elbow in the face, dude. You get that up, then you go into your perks and you get the elbow stun up to level 5. You use all your money on that, which I didn't find out until, again, late. I already had 2 losses under my belt, which sucked. But then I was like, it was unbeatable till the end of the game. Also, always fight non-UFC fighters, because the AI in the generic guys is just always the same, where the UFC
and they don't
fighters
have those perks either.
Yes, and the UFC fighters actually fight the way they're supposed to fight, and they have like a more of a strategy. So it seemed like Rumble would always go for knockouts, Cormier would try to take me down. Like,
dude,
totally different.
I went 11-0, fighting a jabroni, some no-name dude. I get in there, like 3rd hit, flash wobbles me, dude.
Yeah, dude,
So
that's
okay.
that's the game. That's the fight game.
So then I get in there, and like I can't take him down. He blocks everything.
Mm-hmm.
And then every hit, dude, I unloaded bombs on his face. He wouldn't go down. Like for one entire round, it was boom, 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 boom. And he's just like this. His face was all red, all bloody, and his meter was like, dude, his head was red. He wouldn't fall over.
I love it.
And I was just like, how the hell is that even possible, dude?
I think it's like this weird, crazy thing that happens in this game on occasion. Like last night, I tried one of their. I thought this was cool. I didn't know they had it, the fantasy cards.
But then every time he'd hit me, I'd get stunning.
So this is I actually had the same thing, and I did one of the fantasy cards. I don't know if you've seen that they do this now. It's like, they do the pay-per-views. You can pick the match and the knockout and the round. They do a fantasy one, so they had like, it was, I don't know, like Mark Coleman versus, I don't know, some guy I didn't know, some big tough heavyweight guy, right? And Derek Lewis, and it was the same thing, dude. I hit him with 1,000,000 haymakers.
Nothing.
He was rocked, dude. I knocked him down like 4 times. Rock state, got up, dude, and he would punch me, and I'd be in fucking critical. And it was like one of the best fights I've ever had in a video game. See, I just looked at it like it's a war, right? Like I can't. They're not. The game is just making me.
Well, you don't
really
have
good
anything
fight.
on the line with those 2 dudes.
So are you still undefeated?
Brett Metal. Oh,
are you pulling the plug?
That was the last fight I fought, dude. I changed the difficulty and then I stopped playing.
This is where you have the Xbox next to you. You just not getting a loss.
I would I would have taken it, dude, but like it went to a decision. And I won, but I was just like I was so like. Every fight I did against jabronis was a first round like victory.
Mm-hmm.
See,
and then this one.
You got the game handed to you on a silver platter, and now you're a little fucking pansy because you had one fight.
Yeah, I just figured it's just see, for me, I was just like, you know what? Maybe that guy has like one of the like maybe he just has like a really high resiliency or something like.
But it was just like such a like black and white example of like how this game could like totally fuck with you. It's like all these fights. And they're like probably the same rank or higher. I think I was like 75s, and they were like maybe 79s or 80s. But like, and all of a sudden, just like what you get to that one point. This happened with me in the last UFC, dude, where I was like ranked super high. I had my belt. I was defending it, and George St. Pierre. I couldn't beat him. I actually reloaded the game like a bunch of times just to see what would happen. And it was like within the first 30 seconds, I was either getting rocked or submitted every single time.
That is how I felt against.
So then I let him beat me. The next fight, I beat the shit out of him in a rematch. And I was just like...
Maybe, because, I would kind of look at those, like when I was fighting that Rumble Johnson and I lost, the first time I lost to him, I was like, that was like a boss fight I was never going to win. It was just like a really hard, boss fight. Like the game put this boss fight in there, and I lost it. But when I had the rematch, I beat him. But it was also like I was in a red state a bunch of times, and I was just like it's okay. I was just looking at it differently. Like this is like the ups and downs of my career. This is like my first big challenge of my career.
Metal has no downs.
Yeah, you can. And then though, I went on like a 7-fight winning streak, right, where I was just like knocking people out in like 9 seconds and stuff, right, like that. Once I got my elbow, dude, I just go in there and elbow the shit out of them. It's over. It's all about cage management. Get them in the corner when they can't run. You rock them. They kind of roll. You just keep beating the shit out of them. It's great. I love it. I think that game's actually much better. Like it's much better than the first one. It's a fun game.
Oh, dude, I like it a lot, dude. I get all bitter about that kind of.
The cheesiness in sports games is the worst thing.
Drives
in the world.
Me nuts, dude. That's what brought it to light there, dude.
Madden's the worst. Yeah, but it's EA. There's definitely cheese in there somewhere, but it's a boss fight. It's gotta be challenging.
Like if I get countered and I fuck up, but if I know like what I'm doing and I'm the same thing and like I'm connected and like it's not working, I feel like there's some fucking force against me.
That's to be fair, I've played a bunch of the single player mode too, and I've done like a bunch of events where I just do random fights, and I've had fights where like I feel like I should be able to knock the shit out of the guy and I can't, and I know the game's not doing anything to make me lose because it's just like this random single match. It's looking at it like a single match. It's not spiteful, but I just get really angry. I'm like, I can't knock this guy out, and I should be able to knock him out.
Fuck this shit.
That's like me right now with Salt and Sanctuary. I'm just
Holy
angry.
shit.
Yeah.
We almost had a divorce last night.
Dude.
All right.
I had to walk out of the room, dude. Otherwise, I was going to get my head chopped off. She had a butcher knife in one hand.
You would have got
and
it chopped
shield.
off if you kept saying
a
stupid statements that you were saying.
I'm not even going to say it. You're trying to trigger me right now. I'm not going to do it.
Are we allowed to say one to set him off?
I can whisper one in your ear if Amy plugs her ears.
No.
Wow, it's orc.
I'm just kidding. There are none. Dude, that catches us up for the week. Oh, actually, no, dude. Shit, man. We're running deep into the show, but I got to hear about Bunker Punks, dude.
So there's 2 games that came out today that I was like super curious about. Bunker Punks was one of them, which is the best name for a game in forever.
Tristan loved it.
I love it, yeah. I always play it just because of the name.
I don't think it's up your alley. You should not play this game.
Just kidding.
I don't like it's super early access, so it's not gonna be done for an entire year. But it just it hits all the beats of a game that I want to see work. And I played it for about like an hour today before we went on, just to give some kind of feedback. It's pretty cool. It looks like Doom. It plays like Doom, like Super Nintendo Doom. Like it's a first person shooter, and the enemies are flat and they're coming at you and just pounding the shit out of you. But it also has a lot of roguelike elements. So you're growing as you go. Like you're gonna die. You're building up this bunker, and you're getting weapons, and I don't know. You're unlocking more characters. You're unlocking perks that will help you get farther the next time you go around. Just like this typical rogue stuff. But the gameplay is really good. Like the shooting mechanic is actually really strong, and like picking up the different weapons, and it's just a cool game. I don't think it's for everyone, but it's at this early stage, it's really, really far along and cool to me.
Yeah, if you're into like that Doom style, which I definitely am not, dude.
I'm not at all generally.
Yeah.
But for some reason,
you got me into that one where he was like trying to survive.
Yeah, like Devil Daggers like got me into it, right? And then
this is kind of like a rogue like Devil Daggers, dude. Like you're just building yourself up. You keep trying and going.
And everything's randomly generated, so you're going through the different levels are always different every time you go through them. The enemy placement, the weapon drops. They need it's so early. They need tons more weapons. They need tons more enemies because it's already like kind of getting repetitive really early on. But it's like version 0.1 or something crazy like that. So it's like super super early. But it just plays really well. And then like that progression, you're like, oh shit, man, I got 200 tech. I can make my shotguns plus 20% forever now. So now I want to see how far I can get. And then you're like, oh shit, I unlocked a new character. I want to try that new character. Or, you just keep unlocking stuff. And just like Rogue Legacy, you just want to keep going and see how far you can get. And just knock out different levels and beat shit.
Is there jumping or anything like that? Or is it just
there's jumping. There's guns. You can carry more than one weapon. There's health pickups. There's random loot. Just like everything you would expect a roguelike game to have, it has. It just has a different look that you're not normally used to seeing.
Dude, what's the price point on this bad boy?
It's like $13.
Okay.
It's like
could go up,
cheap.
dude. It could go up.
No, they said this is the price that they're gonna keep forever. I looked into that, but Or it's probably gonna be $14.99. I think that's the 10% discount for the first week or whatever. But I mean, $15 game versus like some games that are like $50 and they suck. Like I'm okay with it.
Hell yeah, dude!
And I like watching
Sanctuary's
these.
only 17.
Yeah, I like watching these games like kind of like go and see what happens to them.
And Blossom, dude.
'Cause there's-
Like Starbound, I had a conversation this weekend about like games. We're talking about games that blossom, dude. I remember when me and you booted into that thing, it was like nothing.
Yeah.
And now you boot into it, and it's like an insane amount of shit. It's still not even like fully released yet. So, dude, this could be one of those gems, man.
Even like Darkest Dungeon, like that game launched and it was like early access. It was had a ton of shit. But if you look now versus what it was then, it's crazy how much stuff they added to that game.
Yeah.
It's nuts. But then there was another game that came out on early access today that's not getting the same kind of hype, and that's the new Roller Coaster Tycoon game. Roller Coaster
No
Tycoon
way, dude,
World.
it's
Still making
Suck it?
those?
Well, this is the first one in like 13 years of Roller Coaster Tycoon.
Oh, okay.
Like they haven't had one
It's
in a
still
while.
surprising they're making them.
Yeah.
I
well,
like those games.
I
though. They're a lot of
love
fun.
them. Dude,
They're
I've
fun.
been hooked on Theme Park Manager since like Theme Park on the Sega Genesis. Like,
Tycoon games in general, since like my high school days when I had in computer class in high school Dinosaur Tycoon.
oh, dude, Dinosaur Tycoon, that was a good
Isn't there
one.
one too, like Tower Tycoon, where you have to build like a tower, like an apartment, and like shops, and then you have to build elevators, make people happy inside of it?
Sim Tower, right? Was
Yeah,
it
Sim Tower, okay.
Yeah.
So how'd they shit the bed on Roller Coaster,
Well,
dude?
dude, I guess this has been in the works for like, I want to say 4 years now?
I want to say 14, but
Or maybe longer. It's had 4 developers.
oh, that's where it begins, dude.
It's not the same developers that made Roller Coaster Tycoon 3. Those are the people making Planet Coaster, which I will also talk about in a second. And I don't know, people are just like really not into this. They don't think the graphics are good. They don't like a lot of the things they're doing. So I bought it. It's $50.
Oh shit!
It was supposed to come out it was actually supposed to release this spring, but they actually put it in early access because they don't think it's ready yet, right?
Yeah.
You can you can buy it much cheaper than that from other places that we've talked about before, like a CD Keys place like that. Like, it's not the most legitimate way to go, but you can buy it for like $20 if you want to.
Oh, dude.
Just throwing it out there.
Check it out, at least. Dude,
yeah.
Is there puke?
So there's puke, right? Like the roller coaster. So the game.
They still have it?
I thought the game was going to be trash because like I'm reading all these responses and these people are just like destroying this game. They're just tearing it apart. And I was like, oh my god, I need to play this for myself. And the videos don't do it any justice. Like they kind of look a little bit janky. Like it looks like the frame rate's off. Like, but then I got in and I played about 45 minutes today and I was like, you know what? It's Roller Coaster Tycoon. It's exactly what I thought it would be.
It's a roller coaster simulator. Like, what the fuck are you thinking it's gonna be? Like,
People want
what?
so much these
Well, because
days.
I mean, it's been so. Roller Coaster Tycoon is like the ultimate roller coaster game. It was so good. Like people assume that you're gonna get like next gen graphics, right? Like you're gonna get all these new, maybe, I don't know, like tons of rides, like being able to do, I don't know what people want, but people were really disappointed in what they saw. But what I played, I didn't hate it. I liked it.
How extravagant of a ride can you make? Like ridiculously sounding rides or what?
Roller coasters are what you have the most control over, obviously. And my first roller coaster was like rated like a 1.3 for like excitement, but terror, like in the other, like the danger and the scare levels were like 20, which is full. Like it was a terrifying ride. It just
That's
wasn't.
because you didn't
exciting.
complete the ride.
It was complete. It didn't have any loops. Like it had that cool thing when you're testing it and it like shoots off, right, and starts on fire, and
Yeah.
like, you can't put this. You can't put people on here.
but how could it not be exciting if it's terrifying?
This is what I thought. So I was like, this has to be a glitch or something. Because, like, this ride... I think the problem was it wasn't exciting because I screwed up. Because you can get really... Actually, it's a lot more detailed than I thought with the coaster and the track. Like, I spun the track and I didn't realize I flipped it upside down. So most of the ride was upside down. Which is why the nausea was rated a 20, I'm assuming. And I didn't have many loops. I didn't have any loops, really. It was kind of like a lot of, like,
Just
up
the
and
whole
down.
thing was upside
and,
down,
like,
pretty
like
much?
swirlies. But you can...
Nauseous and terrifying.
Yeah, so but people would leave the ride, right, and it was just puke all over the exit area, just nonstop puke, which I thought was really cool. I don't know, it has all the park management shit, like really detailed stats, and there's a lot of stuff to like in this game. I'm really struggling to see why people are so upset with it, outside of the graphics not being amazing.
But they never are in those games, ever.
And that's the thing, though. If you play this little game called Planet Coaster by the people that made Roller Coaster Tycoon 3. Those graphics are fucking awesome. Like, that game looks like a next gen roller coaster game, and I think a lot of the hate is from these people that are seeing Planet Coaster and playing Planet Coaster.
And that came out last year, right? Planet Coaster?
No, it doesn't come out till probably next year. It just started alpha this week.
I wonder if that's kind of like the new thing, like maybe this is just in keeping with the tycoon, you know, like they've never been good. So maybe like the Planet Coaster thing is going to be this new stuff, where it'll be a Planet Coaster 2, Planet Coaster 3, Universe Coaster, like that kind of thing will be the new. And this is just like kind of the old to like make some money, nostalgia, like whatever.
I think that's what people are thinking is like an Atari cash grab, that they just have all these developers, they can't figure their shit out, like no one really knows what's going on. But Planet Coaster looks awesome. The coaster building's really great. It has like modular building, so like every building in the game you can just build modularly. Like you could add a door wherever you want. You can build your own fucking funhouse building and put the roof.
Oh wait, so it's more than just roller coasters? It's like
I mean, Roller Coaster Tycoon has like, yeah, it's called Planet Coaster, but it's a total theme park, and you can theme out these areas. Like people have already found ways to like take the rock structures and build these huge elaborate rock structures, and then have like the roller coaster go in between them, and then build like tunnels where people are setting up concession stands. The level of customization in this game is insane, and Roller Coaster Tycoon is promising that, but
not delivering.
This game's already doing it, right? Like people can already see the way it's being done, and it's really neat. Like just the granular level of control of lights. Like you can put like little blue spotlights on the ground and turn them and shine them wherever you want, so you can have this whole area look like glow blue. Like you could make Disney World probably, and it just
and I think that's what people want, is like that, like that's what the expectation is, and that's what I was thinking we were going to get to, is like when you go to Disney World or whatever the other one, Hollywood or Studios or whatever the hell those are.
Universal Studios.
Thank you.
Wow, Chad.
I love how Tristan perks up when I fuck up over here.
He lives for those moments, man.
What did you say?
But no, like when you go there, Harry Potter Land, like Harry Potter World, like you walk over to that area and you feel like you're in it. Like I feel like that's what you want to create when you get these roller coaster games, is like these significantly neat little sections that you can have. Like,
and I think that's what you can do in this Planet Coaster, which has everyone so excited, right? Like Harry Potter's castle's not in this game, but there's going to be a castle texture and castle walls.
Someone's going to make
it. You can build the path going up in the air, and you can build a castle, and you can do different things because you can have the roller coaster go through the castle. I think you can actually import your own stuff. I know the one thing that Roller Coaster Tycoon has that is kind of interesting is like Unity support. So you can build a model outside of the game in whatever model builder you want, and then import it via Unity into the game, which is kind of interesting. But if you're listening to this podcast, I've had some video running of the Planet Coaster on the YouTube video. You can see it. It's actually really neat. Like just being able to, I don't know, almost like Sim City. Like if you build a house or something in Sim City, that's what you can do to all the buildings and the roller coasters. It's nuts. But the price tag on that early access for Planet Coaster is $75.
What?
So it's a legitimate, like the point behind it is to only get people that are enthusiasts in on this, that are going to give them positive feedback and help them shape the game. But that's the only reason.
Instead of just like, this is stupid, it sucks. Blah.
Yeah, it's like these people are paying $75. They're in the forums. They're working with the developers. Like they're getting to play the game 6 months early or 7 months early, whatever. So that's like the whole kind of.
You're thinking a price drop when it comes out closer to launch, then?
It's gonna be like $50. I think there's like a $20 premium to play it.
Do the people who invested this money get any of that back? Like to get a discount or get an extra thing in the game?
I don't think so. I think they can just say like, I got to play this game for 6 months early. I think that's
or like I got to assist in the development of the game by
actually
critique.
They get that. I think there might be like bonuses they unlock too. Maybe.
Okay, because I was like, I don't know.
I'm assuming you have to reward them somehow, right? Maybe they get like a special character that they have in their park or something. I don't know. You feel?
Oh yeah, dude, a little
special mascot character.
Yeah, gotta give something. But the Roller Coaster Tycoon wars are upon us, kids. Buckle up,
dude. It's gonna get nerdy.
It's gonna get nerdy.
All right, well, dude, we kind of used a lot of time talking about some awesome games here. Let's talk about a little bit of news before we got to head out of here. You guys go ahead and point out. What's that?
We got a lot of news.
I know, dude, but I don't know if we're gonna be able to fit it all in. We'll try, though.
Why do we have to stop? Keep going.
Well, dude, there's a lot of stuff going on this week on AllertonAve.com. We got to fit in, man. So, dude, if we can answer. We'll answer whatever.
We'll cut Tristan's Batman stuff.
We got sequels.
It's a lot of sequels here, dude. Let's talk about some fucking the what the fuck game of the week, dude. Two Worlds 3, Two Worlds 2.
Did anybody play Two Worlds 2?
Yes, me and
Amy
Chad both
have
did.
a copy,
No, you
dude.
fucking. There we go.
Woo!
Which we were gonna. Play
It was like a
together.
Skyrim game, right?
Yeah, but way worse.
Yeah, I thought it was terrible.
That's
It was
awful.
terrible.
You guys
If
played
they're
through the whole
announcing
thing?
No, but not by any means. Hell no.
If they're announcing that for 2019, being this is 2016, chances of that actually coming out in time probably not that great, right?
Dude.
Or are
I
they
mean, that's
actually
a
gonna
3-year
follow
window.
schedule?
They're giving themselves some time, I feel like.
That is a lot of time, but
If you've ever played the game, the quality of the game is.
Shit. It's
you could-
kind of like Ant Battler.
That's a hell of a buffer.
Wow.
Yeah, dude. They could get it out next year probably
Wow.
if they just started on development. But if they're trying to go something crazy and different, I mean, then we could see, we could see an improvement and maybe this franchise could take off. But they the first one was bad to the point where it didn't even seem like it needed a sequel. Then the sequel came out, Two Worlds 2, and they like announced, oh, co-op. So then me and Amy were like, holy shit, like let's get this and play together. And then the co-op didn't work, or it was something weird. It was not very, I don't know. I can't remember what the hell happened with the co-op, but it didn't work out the way we thought it would.
Co-op wasn't terrible, but I remember like the party system was strange and like it was just hard to like get connected and I don't know.
So like 5 years ago, that bad boy came out, 5 or 6, and then so they announced Two Worlds 3 by a new developer, launching a new engine for the game, and then they're like, hey, we got some DLC for Two Worlds 2 because we know you guys fucking wanted it.
What?
And is that DLC PC only, or because that game came out on like the 360, right, and the PS3?
I think it came out on the Xbox, the original
Yeah, 360
Xbox,
and PS3.
So
and
yeah,
back in the day, dude.
they're-
So they haven't announced what it's gonna be on. They just said it's coming. So
that is really weird.
and an engine update. So I'm assuming that it's gonna be PC only because if you're gonna do an engine update, I don't know how. Maybe I guess they could. For no one's bought Two Worlds 2, so I mean they're just gonna give you a disc anyways with the DLC on it. So
They
probably
should have
like a
just
Game
done like
Freak or-
everyone else and done Two Worlds 2 HD remaster, 2016 edition.
That's
or
what the
something.
fucking disc should be called because who the hell wanted it? That's my what the fuck of the week, dude. Because I haven't thought about that game in forever, and there's really no reason to ever think about it. And the fact that some dude is like, hey,
We're getting DLC now. Yeah.
not only that, but let's make a third one.
Who said that?
Yeah, where is
Tristan.
that guy?
Tristan just trolling people on the
I
internet.
demand it.
Tristan trolling people, and it fucking gets the green light, dude.
Well
Way to go,
done,
Tristan.
Tristan.
So yeah,
Thought things
That-
get made.
we got that sequel, dude, and then Ubisoft let leak about Watch Dogs 2. I don't know if that was.
That's something we don't need a sequel for.
I don't know if they
Yeah.
let it leak, but they talked about it at the conference that it's going to have DX12 support, DirectX 12 support on the PC. Is it coming out this year, you think? And that's why Assassin's Creed's taking the time off? That was just kind
It's
of
gonna be their big E3 reveal, and everyone's gonna be like, "Oh,
You don't care.
Yeah, you might as well just announce it, dude, to get
It's like
more
we
people
played in
to
that
up.
world in the Division, basically. So like we don't need it anymore. We don't need any gameplay like this."
Yeah,
Ugh.
when you put it like that, it is like the Division is pretty much Watch Dogs 2 without the climbing up and hacking a tower to
it's like it's like a good version of what Watch Dogs could have been.
Yeah.
Oh,
So-
I'm enjoying it.
good luck with that one, Yubi. Unless
Yeah.
it looks really awesome, then I'm like all in. Like if it goes full on Syndicate, like total like jumps to like 2070 and it has like all sorts of hackers and crazy shit, then I could be in on it.
I can't believe how bad that game pissed me off. That's the only game I've ever returned after like 2 days.
I remember going to get it early. Like I
I
found
got it at
days
midnight.
early. I got it found
yeah.
some mom and pop shop and got it.
Because they weren't supposed to sell it.
They weren't supposed to sell it. I got it early and I was like, well, Chad, you might not want to pick that up.
And I went through with it, dude, and
Yeah.
fucking
Regretted it.
shit the bed on me, dude. But so Watch Dogs 2, keep an eye out for that, dude. Probably at E3 we'll hear something unless they decide to shoot something out sooner. But who knows with that? We'll probably see something leaking out with that. And then some info on Tukadin 2, Amy.
Too good.
Some- Gameplay footage and cute little trinkets. I don't know if you saw that. Like
Yeah.
little keychains and
How cute are they?
They're very cute.
I don't use the
Okay.
word cute unless I know it's gonna be approved by.
You say
Amy.
cute and giggle on this show.
It's,
What a weird podcast.
yeah, what kind of show is this?
What are you running?
I'm running a
It's because of my
badass.
pastel hair.
It is. It's because I look at Amy, and that's like the thing that comes to my mind is giggling and cute for some reason.
Well, this is
dude.
a cute fucking game, though, is what you guys are saying.
No, the little like accoutrements that you can get, accoutrements or whatever the word. However you say that word.
Accoutrement. Yeah,
But
dude,
yeah.
so you buy the collector's edition of Toucan and 2, you get all sorts of cute little fuzzy things. And
I got a
keychains.
couple of friends on my Facebook that would enjoy this game. They
Yeah,
loved
dude.
the first one. Got on the party a little late.
It's coming out in Japan soon, but I don't know if we'll ever see it here for probably 2019.
I'm sure we will, dude. You guys are talking the hell out of that game.
Well,
Yeah, but I don't think it did really well in the States, to be honest.
not until we did it. Not until we downloaded it, dude. Then I started seeing
Us.
everybody fucking picking it up and talking all sorts of shit, dude.
And it's on Steam too, I think, too. I saw
It is.
on
It
Steam.
came out Steam first, and then I think it went on to the.
So maybe there's always hope there. That's an easy one for
At
me.
least on Steam, we'll get it, dude. I remember I tried it on Steam first, and wasn't too excited about it for some reason. Like,
Because you're not a big PC gamer.
maybe that's why. Like, I get taken out of the game when I'm sitting in this chair, dude. This is my work chair, not my game chair.
It makes your butt sore. We need a better gaming
Makes my
chairs.
butt smell too, dude. Holy crap! I'm looking at this, and this is like the entire news, sequel news I got on here.
Yeah, it's-
Red Dead Redemption going to be going to the Xbox backward compatible list.
Finally.
Again?
And
Yeah,
there's
yeah.
also rumors. Yeah, this time it's official though. This time it isn't like because somebody put it out there and then they were like, "Oh, if you had a friend who had it, you can get it," and then they went back on it. But no, this time it's gonna be official. And there was also a little tease that one of these dudes on his LinkedIn profile said he worked on Red Dead Redemption 2,
I mean,
and then he
it's-
went back and changed it, and then he was like, "Oh, sorry, I can't spell."
I mean, this was one of the
Right,
biggest games last gen, right? Like,
That's a type in.
Well, and I think there's reason to believe this one versus our NX talk last week is because it happened with Watch Dogs 2 as well, where a guy put on Watch Dogs 2, and then he took it back and said something similar. It's just like, why are you even putting this on your LinkedIn? Are you trying to get another job? Like,
yeah.
in the
Well, maybe
business?
he
Like-
was done, right? Like, he was done, and he just was like, maybe they're gonna announce it. I don't know about video games, how this works. But like, this is a no-brainer. The
You don't
NX,
put it on until you're done.
Yeah, you don't do that. Like, I'm not
But-
putting AllertonAve on there if I'm not like leaving.
Don't be.
Is that what
I'll keep an eye on
bitches-
it now, dude. Make sure
Former-
I make sure I don't get on
Former co-host on Adapter or whatever I am.
there.
Because you like how I just upgraded myself? Tristan, I'm your co-host.
Yeah, I know.
That's what I do on my LinkedIn. It's all bullshit.
Co-hosting on everything.
I heard that you helped to develop Rocket Fuel too. Is that correct, Jason?
That is absolutely correct.
Yes, I read that on your LinkedIn.
I'm an engineer.
Oh yes, yes.
Yeah,
Mm.
yeah, very good.
And brain surgeon too. I saw. Very very nice.
I was for a
Invented
while.
the nuclear
Tiny
bomb.
little hands you got.
I invented the nubicles, actually, Chad. I believe you got that wrong.
No, you didn't. You
I did?
actually you did invent nubicles, which is very interesting. That's why you don't have cats that have nuts. But
Well,
talk
they have
about-
big nuts. They're just not real.
any other news you guys want to touch on that we got here? Mitomo. Holy crap! I almost forgot about that. Comes out tomorrow.
Is it on everything? Is it on iPhones? Is it on...
Everything you can get your hands on, dude.
All right, dude. Are you guys ready to... Are you guys going to friend me?
No.
Okay.
I think I gotta sign up for a Nintendo account first.
This is just like a Tamagotchi kind of thing, right?
No, not even that
No,
good.
it's like a instant messaging app where you can dress it
Oh,
up.
that's all you do?
I think so.
What else do you do in it?
Put hats
Nothing.
on your guy.
You don't do anything with it. It's
I
worthless.
love how there's like talk about the most downloaded app or whatever. Nobody talking about how cool it is or what you can do with it or how exciting it is.
It's like
Just
what is it? It's like
faded
nothing.
into non-existence instantly. But we get it tomorrow.
Woo!
Yeah, we'll talk about it next week, I guess.
Hell yeah, dude. We might even have it right up on the site tomorrow so you guys can not download it. Or
Yep.
download it. And
Download
add
it anyway and friend us. Because I need to have a lot of friends on there for some reason, right? Like, it's the thing.
It's required.
You get platinum points just for registering for the Nintendo rewards. So, I mean, if that isn't a sign to do it, I don't know what
Those
it-
platinum points, I don't know what they're worth, but they got me that Zelda puzzle at one time.
But they're called platinum, so they gotta be
They
good.
sound like they're worth
Wait, I
something.
thought the Club Nintendo closed.
Yeah, it's
This
mine.
is yeah, it's something new now.
Oh, I
So-
see.
And I think it's all building up to NX.
Yeah,
but-
this is all just gonna like data mine your
Infrastructure.
phone so they know what games to market towards you in the future.
Data mining. Data mining.
Anyone who's excited, check it out, dude. And
you,
then
you
also,
seemed really excited about Contra on the phone.
I was actually really excited, and I was bummed out that you didn't tell me that this was heading my way, dude.
Because phone games like that usually suck.
Unless it has a Kardashian girl on it, apparently.
Yeah, if it's not a Kardashian simulator, I'm out.
But Contra's the most basic, so I feel like this one could be a hit, dude. Lance Bean is in it, dude. You're fighting dragons. I mean, Contra was only a 2-button game anyways, originally, on the Nintendo.
Yes, but the
And
key
it's-
is the fidelity of those buttons.
Yeah,
Like,
dude, you're right.
when I'm hitting and it's not doing it right away, I'm just gonna break my screen. I know it. I've tried these fucking games before and it just doesn't work.
You know what I think would be better? and this is just me, and I've only played a handful of like these phone games, is that even though our phones are small, some of us have smaller phones, I feel like the video shouldn't be the entire screen like it is. So you're rubbing your thumb across like part of the screen. I feel like that video should be shrunken smaller so that your fingers are off of it.
There are some games that actually do that, where it's like a little like simulated joystick and buttons, and then the game is just in the middle.
Yeah, dude.
And it works just as shit.
Oh, okay.
Because your fingers end up like they start out good, but then they start getting, I don't know, maybe the oil mixes and it gets with the glass and it gets kind of sticky, like not like goo, but like it doesn't slide as good as it did when they're freshly oiled, and then you're fucked.
Or it could be too. Do you think that the addition of extra like moves and combos and item selectings and that stuff just makes it like not responsive, perhaps?
Yeah. Probably.
Now you gotta be hating on Contra, dude, because it's a Twitch game. Like, it's a Twitch figure, like Twitch shooter. Like, you gotta be fast.
At least it's not an endless runner.
Yeah.
They could have done that, right?
So sick of those.
Dude, actually, they could have, because I think it was Contra... Super Contra or Contra 4 or something had, like, one of those modes where you were just running and shooting, and then you'd go sideways, and then you'd turn, and, like, it kind of was like an endless runner. I think it was the first ever endless runner, dude. It was a Contra game. There you go, man. You heard it here first. I think that's it for news, dudes.
I think that is it for news. Well, there is big news on UFC 200. I don't know. We could talk about it right now.
Oh,
Conor McGregor, Nate Diaz too. We cover UFC on the site, so we might as well.
I knew it was coming.
I literally just got the email, so I was like, oh shit.
Not excited for it, to be honest.
I'm
dude.
super
I was hoping it would be Dos Anjos versus Nate Diaz and Conor versus Frankie Edgar. That makes sense to me. Because then Nate Diaz could go for a belt. What's the weight class at? Is it for Conor's belt or no?
It doesn't even say. Like, it's literally an email belt, with them like with magic markers scrolled all over their faces. I don't know what's going on.
Gotcha. Because if it's not for the belt, it doesn't make sense for that pay-per-view. It just doesn't. Because, I mean, this will be the second fight in a row where he doesn't defend this belt. And we are all about...
It's a welterweight bout. No belt.
So... Which means then, someone had pointed this out earlier, and like it was kind of like some rumor going around that Jose Aldo would fight Frankie Edgar for an interim belt. Was like, that was a rumor that was going around. It would be Conor versus Diaz.
That kind of makes sense.
It doesn't, though, because Conor can fucking defend his belt.
They need to strip him of the belt.
Yeah, it is like stupid.
All right, we've talked a lot about UFC. Well, if you guys like this talk, join Chad, Sweener, and myself as we cover the UFC on many occasions. On like basically every pay-per-view and event, we cover it and pick it. And
yeah, next week we'll have one.
This weekend or next weekend?
Next weekend, we'll have a video up on YouTube. We're gonna do it, and
UFC
we're gonna put
picks,
Sweener on the
dude.
spot. We're gonna make Sweener give his picks live this week, so he can't do all this crazy research that he normally does.
Exactly. We're gonna see people shoot from the hip instead of diving into fucking decades-long history of fighters that they've never seen a fight.
Sweener's write-ups for those UFC picks are hilarious.
Yeah, they're like a historian. Like, he's a fucking historian for these fighters.
It's like in his third fight, he took him down to the ground and hit him in the knee 4 times, and then he stood back up and elbowed him behind the head. It's like, no, Sweener, no.
You don't fucking remember that, dude.
No one does.
And that's probably why I always pick wrong.
Yeah, you got to look at the history, the stats, dude. Sweener's playing the numbers, dude. You're just shooting random things out there.
I'm just shooting from the heart, dude. Amy knows that. Amy knows how that goes for me, dude.
And we all know now.
I always get pissed off when I lose. But anyways, not enough about my UFC pick history. What do you got going on this weekend, Tristan?
I'm actually going to do a real life MLB 16. I'm going to be in Kansas City this weekend and I'll be attending the opening night of MLB baseball on Sunday in Kansas City.
Cool.
Is that the first game for the entire
first game of the season? Yeah. And it's a rematch of the World Series between the Royals and the Mets.
Holy.
So the Royals are celebrating their World Series victory, so that should be fun.
Wow. Dude, that's going to be awesome, man.
Have
you
you
going to be
ever
out
been
on the field at all? Bat boy? You going to be a bat boy or no?
No bat boy, no. And then that same weekend, we're doing our big fantasy baseball draft. That's why I'm in Kansas City, but yeah.
Oh, you got your whole crew down there?
Yeah, there's 7 of us. 7 out of 14 of the league are going to be in there.
It's going to be like The Hangover.
Tristan ain't coming back. They're going to lose them. And
Can you jump in the fountain? Jump in the fountain.
I'll find out if I can.
Yes. I like it. Wear a scuba suit.
You can do whatever you want.
Yeah, you don't have to. If you ask, they're going to say no.
Yeah.
So don't ask, and then you didn't know.
Well, I'll find out if I jump in and then they take me away. That's
Yeah.
fun.
You are going to 100% get arrested if you do it. But you
Probably.
can do it, so do it.
But it is the celebration of their World Series victory, so maybe they'll be lenient on that. Maybe.
That's true. If you do it classy, it'll be good.
As long as you're not peeing in it or something.
Yeah, don't cannonball
Never.
into it. Respect.
Don't do what Jason does. Yeah, dude. No peeing or pooping in the fountain.
Huh.
One time when I'm a kid.
That's what he's
Really.
known for.
What?
Throw-
This actually happened?
You throw in pennies, dude, not poops.
I was little.
So Tristan's going to an MLB game, Jason. You got high competition for this weekend, man. What do you got going?
I don't
Going
have
down.
anything going on this weekend. Last weekend was busy for me, but this weekend I ain't got nothing. Maybe I'll
You
go
can
to
finally
maybe I'll go to a
relax and-
zoo or something.
Arizona Zoo?
Yeah, well, that's a long
Zoo
trip.
Tycoon? You gonna play some Zoo Tycoon?
No, I'll probably play roller coaster. All my roller coaster games. Play some UFC. I don't know. Maybe check out that baseball game that Tristan's been typing up. I don't know.
I'm not gonna do RBI this year though. I've learned from my past 2 years of playing that game. That's just a giant waste.
Oh, you're not throwing $20 down the drain again this year, Tristan?
I'm gonna conserve my $20
Good.
so I can get myself out of jail when I.
I was just gonna say that. Dude.
We're
You
gonna
can
have
use
to
that
send
as
a-
bail money, dude.
Yeah,
to
we
get
should
you
probably just
out.
open up the GoFundMe page right now.
Good
Hello.
idea.
I am Tristan Wisher, and I'm going to jump into a fountain. I know that I'm going to get in trouble when I do this, so please support me in my attempt to commit illegal activities.
That's gonna be the video right
I'll
there.
need X amount of bail money.
I feel
Yeah,
like
you're.
Amy has done those before.
Yeah, and
But
I
I
feel
will
like
be
you
living. I will be living my dream. If you allow me this one opportunity in my life. I have cancer.
No, no.
I don't know if I wanna go that
No. Oh, man, we're
And-
live.
Dude, this just in. Tristan was funded in 5 minutes.
This just
That's
in.
an episode
Amy
of Saved
says
by the
something
Bell.
worse than Chad this week on the block party.
Yes, I was outdone, dude. Finally.
Oh, I'm
It might be for
sorry.
all time, actually.
No, dude, that was a baby one. I've got.
That
So what is
That was-
what is Chad and Amy doing this weekend?
I
for
have
me?
many. Yeah.
Oh, dude, we got huge plans
See what
going
you guys
on
do.
this
Going
weekend.
to, yeah, some redemption
Yeah,
somewhere.
I have a friend's wedding, and she's getting married on Saturday. And then I have tickets to Mute Math also on the same day that we're going to go see
What is that?
Mute Math is a band.
a really good band.
That's a
Their
cool
new
name.
CD was, like, interesting. I prefer, like, their older stuff, but, like, the new CD wasn't bad.
What
Sounds
kind of?
experimental.
Oh,
What?
okay. What kind of music is it?
Like, alternative, like, rocky / like, dude, it's crazy. Like, the live show was insane. Like, the last time I saw them, they were playing with neon trees. And, like,
Oh, okay.
it sounds like it's like recorded like drum beats and stuff, but the drummer's actually playing these crazy fast like pop synth kind of beats, but it's this drummer's actually doing it. But anyways, at the end of the show they just
Sounds
went
cool.
fucking crazy. They were like throwing shit and jumping on top of their like instruments and like on top of the amps, and it's like so not what you would expect from the sound that you're getting, but like they had to put on a really, really high energetic, really like crazy live, and they're one of my favorite bands along with Amberlin, which is no longer together anymore, unfortunately. But yeah, Chad was a sweetheart and got me tickets
Aw, look at
for
you, Chad.
Christmas.
That's how you don't get a butcher knife to the throat.
Yeah, that's how you live.
Oh, what
You
a
gotta
good
learn.
show we're running here.
Yeah, dude. So, so it's gonna be an awesome weekend, dude. I'm super excited for that. And we're gonna try and tackle Salt and Sanctuary. We're gonna try and take down the dragon. So
Ooh.
you guys might get a dip of that, dude, if it happens on the random 30 of Salt and Sanctuary coming up next week.
For real this
So-
time? We gonna do it?
That's
Salt and
absolutely
Sanctuary?
100%, dude. That's
I
coming
love it.
down the pipe, dude. And then we're gonna have Dark Souls 3 the week after that, dude. We might have 3 in 1 week, dude. It's gonna get crazy. So
Holy
make sure you
shit.
guys stay tuned to AllertonAve.com for more of that. Also, Comic Book Tuesday with your favorite comic book nerd, Tristan. That's my new thing for you, Tristan. And then you can talk about what's the hot comic this week, man.
We've got some good ones. We've got the new issue of Saga, Back to the Future, another Vader issue.
Wait, a
And,
Back to the Future comic?
Yeah, it's been going on for a while. I think they're on this, and this is the first issue. Originally, it was planned as a miniseries. This is their first issue, surpassing the miniseries because of its caught on popularity wise. So we'll see how it goes. See if it survives.
Awesome,
Back to the
dude.
Future. Jessica got me this weird Back to the Future cassette tape, which is the
What?
motion picture soundtrack.
Cool.
And
Which
it looks
is-
like it's in mint condition, dude.
Yeah, it's awesome. I don't know what the deal is, but it's really rad.
Oh, that is amazing.
It's a good Back to the Future novelty.
Looks very clean.
Do you even have
it's
a
like all
contraption
washed
to
out.
play
No,
that?
I don't know how to play it. No, but I would like to.
Can you put it in your computer?
I tried to put it in my disk drive. It wouldn't work. So I don't know
I
how
think it might
that's
work
gonna
in your Xbox.
Yeah, I don't know.
Backward compatible with the Xbox One? Doubt it.
Maybe the Wii U might play it.
There you go.
Well, thank you guys so much for joining us on AllertonAve.com and live on YouTube /AllertonAve Live. You can check us out every week, and stay tuned. If you are watching us live, we'll have adapted right after this. So thank you guys, and we'll see you guys next week. Bye.
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 Bye.